Welcome back to the channel. Today is kind of exciting for me because we have the frame at home. Last episode you saw us having supper at Tim Hortons. We were bringing this thing home. I cleaned up all the stuff that didn't need to be on here. Then we sent it off to sandblast and he blasted, primed and painted. I knew there would be stuff to fix, but I figure I will spot paint that and repair it after it comes back. This way we're not getting any rust issues. He sent some extra paint with so I can get a good match on it. Yeah, so let's take a look at what we got to fix and what we got to replace. And I have something special to show you guys in the episode yet about a neat connection that I've made. Hey Buttercup, just exploring the shop a little bit. So this piece looks quite usable, but if you look in here, it thins out a lot and it's actually rusted thin. So we're gonna put a new one on there. The braces that I pulled out, like this is how the whole frame used to look. But as you can tell, these are a no-go. They're rusty. Both of them kind of look like that. So we're gonna get those made. Then I also have to make these spring seat triangular pieces on both sides. They're Swiss cheese and a little bit of the rear frame section here. And I'm going to take a look at these perches when they come out. I hope they're usable. That's kind of the goal. I think this will probably be most of this episode is building these pieces. Let's look at future stuff though. I preemptively cut out the bad on this side. That's my driver's side, and that they usually rust first because of salt spray. So I got to build a bit of that piece because it should look like this. You can see that side is really solid. Yeah, so there's that piece. A little bit of this hole in here, and if you get on the other side, you can see it needs a bit of attention. And then I got to do some brackets up front here and a front bumper. So the future episode, because this will actually be quite a bit of work just to get this done. So if you want to see that come together, keep watching the episode. All right, you guys have to check this out. I met a guy through one of the Land Cruiser groups. His name is Christopher. And I believe he is a designer, is what he was saying, or an engineer. And so I sent him, on the wall there's all my blueprints. I sent him majority of the blueprints for the stuff in here. And he turned them into, I believe, a digital file or a CAD file. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know the term. Sorry, Christopher, if you're watching and I get this wrong. But he also has done a bunch of frame pieces. He's got these ones designed. He's got this piece. He sent me one here that he did in CAD, and I literally took those files, went to our local metal shop and asked them, can you read these and can you make them? And the answer was yes and yes. So that is cool, and thank you very much, Christopher. This is very cool. I should also add, you can buy these pieces, but it's a lot more money after shipping and just to pay for somebody else who does it as a business. And yeah, so that's why I'm going this route. I think Christopher told me he was quoted like $100 to do the 2 diagonal braces in the rear, the frame section. So we'll see. I'm going to see what they come back at my local place here. But either way, I'm not paying shipping. So it is a big win. So Christopher's truck is an earlier one. As you can tell, there are some differences here because they have the round lights, and I actually like those better, but I'm keeping this a 74 because otherwise you get a mix match of some things that shouldn't belong together, I guess. But if you look at it here, this indent is this one, but then right here it cuts off so they can put the round brake lights and tail lights. This one has the rectangle one. So what he's done is he found a drawing online. Let's see here if we can get this all in one. But it's got all the measurements here of both overlaid on top of each other. So I'm going to go measure everything now and see if all the holes line up, and which ones are good and which ones we don't use for this later style of rear cross brace. All right, so I am taking measurements now, and he sent me some drawings to compare. So right now I'm just making the measurements. All of these papers are this back piece, which Christopher's working with. And so like it's a half. So this half is the middle piece. And it gives all the sizes here for all the holes and the distance from center for each hole. And then for this opening here, I have this guy, and where it's offset, there's a big one and a small one. This one is, where was that? Here, this one, all this does is show the size of the holes, where on the outside here it's big and small in reverse. And then what else did we have here? Oh yeah, this guy shows how far off these holes are from each other and from on the top and bottom. Actually, we'll come back to that. This one here. So in correlation to this one, this guy here shows the spacing of the holes from front or from top to bottom and from each other. And then this is the tops and bottoms and with all the bolt hole spacings. So he actually sent me a message. I sent this to him last night, and he is very close to having that part ready in a CAD file. So very cool, very, very cool and very helpful. So I took off these wonderful rear shackles, like old school extendable ones, because I want to start dismantling this like we talked about. So I'm going to grind a couple of these rivets off and see if I can get this back bumper bar rear frame cross member out of here. So we'll hit the time lapse. It's actually not too heavy now. You can lift it. There's nothing really holding the back. We pulled the rear off. We'll get the camera in here so you guys can have a look. Sorry, I'm not looking at it, so I'm thinking. But the pieces I've ordered, instead of lopping it straight off, I'm keeping this because this has still got a lot of material. But I think it was going to come till just where the curve starts in this range. I have to add these couple holes in this slit. Because these, as long as I can get them, make sure they're straight and level, I can then just weld the bottom with measurements from here to here so that they're the same. And we'll bolt everything together before we rivet it and just tack parts until I know I'm happy with it. But if you look at the original rear cross brace, these are paper thin, which I expected, but I can use them for patterns. And I was hoping to save these, which I'm not sure if it's a good idea. They're pretty thin already. I'll probably get those made. You can buy them too. I might do that. We'll see what my motivation level's like. But yeah, this is good. And Bob was down.
Oh yeah.
We're working on his stuff. As you've seen his car, you want to talk about those at all?
I don't know. Just got the fenders, the work done, welded up with some holes around the wheel arch here. The car had a trim model where it had a trim rail around here. We ain't going that way. Don't need nothing where water can get caught in. So welded that shut, left a couple of the holes that need for the liner, and then just primed it so at least it's ready. Got a different hole cut for the side marker light, which if you can guess what it is, great. Try to guess and put, if you want to, put your guess in the comments, and then we can, Devin will be able to tell you if you're right or wrong.
I can tell them I'm allowed if they guess it right?
Maybe.
So, yeah, put your guesses in and we'll decide if you're going to know or not.
Maybe it'll depend on whether you get a heart or not on that comment.
What do hearts do?
Well, it's like liking the comment.
Oh, okay.
It's like liking the comment. So, yeah, I've got this is the passenger side. I've got the driver's side done as well. So that means I can get this out of Devin's shop, and we can have a little bit more fun and bring a hood over here and then start working on that to get ready for that stuff.
And Wednesday, actually, I think I'm coming down to your place. We're on Friday night now, and we'll work on this car a little bit more.
Yeah.
And we'll film some if you guys want to see it, and keep watching for it.
Yeah, I've got the car now flipped around to the other side, and the driver's side is done on the exterior that we can get to right now. And so we're going to get the passenger side going, but I want to first line up the door, get that all situated as it looks like it's twisted a bit. And yeah, we'll do that, and then we can go from there.
Sweet deals. And maybe part of it, I thought I had bent leaf springs, but it could be just, I mean, they were crooked, but look at this. It's also kind of not straight. But you should never put shackles on like that. That's a terrible idea. But it's just terribly thin, but we'll fix her up. And I need to get these bolts yet, because I think the light backing plate were the stone shield bolts to those. I remember put them in. All right, as you can see, the car is gone. It's away at my uncle's for winter storage with my dad's Nova. And that is a good thing. Thank you very much to my uncle, Mike. And the good thing is I have shop space to work, and I can do welding and grinding here without worrying about the car. Yeah, oh, and today I found out I can do 90 miles an hour in third gear, and I think it would have gone 100, but I didn't really want to push it that hard. It kind of starts shaking a little bit in the steering wheel, so a slight wheel balance issue there. Tony and I had rebalanced the Blue Celica's front wheels, and it's much better. He figured with it sitting 2 to 3 years on those tires, maybe the belts had shifted a little bit. So thank you, Tony, for making it a much more less of me worrying about the ride situation. But car was fun. We pushed a couple curves, and it's parked for winter. So let's pull this into view here. Okay. So on here, there's a couple parts I want to do now. I want to get some things separated. I'll show you here. So what I want to do now is get the rest of these rivets out of here. And believe it or not, you can kind of see them here. Rivet and rivet. I probably don't even have to grind these out. Should we just try hammering them out of there? But at that, even so, it's still welded. So I'm going to have to still separate these with a cutoff disc. And this one here, yeah, you can kind of see the rivets, but I need these to build new ones. And look at this, guys. There's been a bit of rust jacking, and this is not supposed to be bowed here. I don't know if they are welded though. I should actually check with some of my friends who are building as well. Here, check this out. I pulled out what used to be part of the old bumper. That was aftermarket. This is literally square tubing that's rusted through. But now I can finally get these rivets. Slowly picking this piece apart so we can template it. Okay, had to burn out the old bushing, and I'm not sure exactly what the diameter of that's supposed to be. But yeah, I got it apart. Ended up grinding the welds out. There's a bit of strength left here, but look at that, guys. It's rusted way too thin. Not going back in the truck. This plate I've hammered back flat so I can pattern off of this now. And it's got the upper alignment for holes. So that's also a win. Got what we need here to work with. So we'll get the other one free now. And then we'll take a look and make some patterns. All right. It took a bit to get these guys separated. I've talked to a friend who says these were welded on from factory and riveted. Actually, take a look at it. They're that thin. In places, there's nothing left. So we're going to use these to pattern off new ones. All my rivets are going to be, I believe, 3/8. So I'll get a 3/8 drill bit for drilling out the holes in the new piece. But what I intend to do is flatten this out. The one that is the least mangled, which will probably be this guy. And screw this piece onto the new metal. And then I will trace the outline, but also drill the holes while it's screwed on so that they don't shift. And I will have a template. And if you look at it, each one is opposite of the other, but these should be exactly the same if we line these up here. I mean, this might be distorted already, but yeah. So those holes may not show up, and you can see that. They're exactly dead on. So I believe these parts are the same that they are, but I don't know the exact inner diameter here because of all the rust buildup. So what I'm going to do is cut the ends off of one of these here, and that way I can put a paper around it. Or maybe I'm going to use this as a pattern, and then I'm going to send it to the same place that's bending like the new bumper piece and stuff like that, because I won't be able to bend this. And also check out how thin it is already. So really, these pieces are essentially no good. Not for structural, at least. They're good for patterns, and that's it. And if you look at these guys, all the holes line up. So that'll help for making a pattern out of it. All right, I've flattened it out best I can. So now I can literally drop that on the 3/8 inch steel, screw it in place, then trace the outline and cut it. And then I'll keep this one to remind me how to bend things. And we gotta do something with these now. All right, this is really cool for me. And also thank you very much, Christopher, for designing this and these. We'll get into them in a second. This is the rear frame section, and these are the diagonal braces that go into there, and frame horns, and a couple other odds and ends like pre-cut fish plates and stuff like that. But so cool. Thank you very much, Christopher, and thank you to the team at Ironman who did all the laser cutting and bending. Let's check this out. I'll get it set up so you can see it better. All right, so these pieces here, I'm going to be making into the frame horns. So you can see we've got to add a little bit of details to those, both sides. And these are the fish plates that'll go on them after to give some strength. These were supposed to be me making triangular pads, so now I have extra fish plate material, the ones where the shackle mounts go onto. So extra, that's fine. So you can see the old one, there's actually a big weight difference here. And actually look at this, maybe, I don't know if these were originally 3/16, but look at the thickness difference in the metal. We're like under 2/16 at this point. But in order to make this more cost effective, these little tabs I'm gonna weld on. Both of these. And so yeah, you can see the difference in those. This is where it gets really cool, and this is all Christopher's 25 years of CAD experience in the automotive industry. But look at these, identical. I gave him the measurements and these, a screenshot of these to work with, and he did it. It's so good, Christopher. And in order to have this indent, which is important for the rivet heads, so it doesn't touch the body, I have the plates which are going to get welded into here. And these plates are the ones that are going to sit just on the frame like that. And that, so yeah, this sits on there. So very cool. All right, you get to talk.
All right, hey guys, welcome back to my garage. Devin came over and we got to have a little bit of fun straightening out a door on the Volare here. Got it sitting nice and flush. Everything's actually looking a whole lot better than it was. We adjusted it properly so that I can start working on the inner and outer rocker. But not only that, we started to do some planning. So for those of you that have seen already a little bit about the front fenders, deciding to change up the side marker lights.
We kind of doing things in similarities, hey?
Yeah, we do things in similarities. So we mocked up the rear here, and we decided to where it should go, where it kind of looked most appropriate. And then we decided to do some brainstorming.
Yes, we did.
I don't like the piece of crap of a how shall I say, basically a 1-ton paperweight in the back for a bumper.
They say truck bumpers in the Celica community.
Yes, well, it was a truck. It was pretty much guaranteed a trunk bumper. So we're looking at possibly building a factory bumper. This bracket here is the factory bumper bracket, so you can see how tall it would be.
Yeah.
And we're planning on going about half the height there.
What was our inspiration? Me and you, I kind of sent you pictures of a certain vehicle's bumper, and we were both like, that might work.
So there was Camaro and Firebird rear bumpers that kind of look similar in the late 60s.
67, 68, 9.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, and that was kind of our inspiration, but we knew that the design of those bumpers weren't going to be exactly a good fit. So we're going to attempt at making a custom bumper.
Yes.
Custom everything. So
and rear valance.
And we're going to do a rear valance that goes with the car. We plan on trying to do everything to make it look like it actually came from the factory that way.
Yes.
This car, yeah, it's going to be a little custom that way, but I wanted to try to look as factory as possible in the things that we do.
And pedestal spoiler.
Yes, I want to actually. It's called a go wing.
That's the name.
That is the name.
Everybody says pedestal.
It is a pedestal, but it's also called a go wing. So they came on dusters.
And to tie that together, had you want to do anything to the hood or no?
So the hood itself, I actually want to try to find a dual snorkel hood scoop.
That'll run nice with like these lines. I think that'll tie in really well.
They actually came on these cars at times too.
Flat black, right, hood?
Flat black, satin black, somewhere around there.
And I think, what were you thinking? Possibly like the older Dusters that ran here.
No, I'm
No?
actually thinking that we're gonna keep the fenders all green, and we're just gonna have the hood itself black.
That'll look very racy.
Yeah.
And
And then we're gonna the bumper and all the headlights and grills and so that's all gonna have a contrasting matte as well as all the chrome black. So I don't want any chrome as possible on the outside of the car. The inside will be a little different. They'll have a little bit here and there, just tastefully though.
And you're a little bit jealousing me. You got Keystone Classics. It's hiding in the shed there.
Yes, I have Keystones, but those aren't the complete final rim, I think, for this car yet.
Right now, you sent me pictures. It looks pretty cool. You might have to send me one. We can throw it in here just for fun.
Yeah.
At some point. But yeah, we spent today, guys, getting all the gaps right so that Bob can do, he's got rust repair here. And there's a little bit here. And this will actually be, I'll let him talk about that. This is all good, guys. Like on the other side, how much did you replace the other side?
So the other side, the other quarter, we had to actually replace this whole bottom section here, this whole section here.
Inner and outer.
Inner, outer, back, even inside the wheel arch, wheel well. This is all pretty good here for that corner.
So we're gonna cut it out anyways.
We're gonna cut this out because we wanna have that the wheel arch to match the other side.
And you want wider boots.
And so we can fit wider boots.
Yeah.
So.
And if you had T-tops, I would help you put them in. But I think that's not in your vision, right?
No. T-tops have never been one of the things that I've liked. If I want T-tops, I'm gonna get myself a Trans Am.
The black one?
Black one.
Please.
So.
Yeah, so guys, I don't know if I'm in here or not, but yeah, so that's an update. We seem to end these or tack these on to end of my videos. So I don't know which video it's going to be on, something on Cruiser Frame related, either before or after blast. But yeah, that's this video. Thanks for hanging out with us, me and Bob. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and that like button. That really helps me out. But until next time, we'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.